fucking spelt wrong. Shit cunt MP40 takes heaps of skill, comma, to use, especially with Juggernaut and steady aim, comma, or full stop. You shit cunt, spelt wrong. Use a gun that actually takes some fucking spelt wrong skill to use fucking spelt wrong cunt. Alright, there's his gamer tag. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. And this video is another Ask Kieran, as you can tell by the intro. Now, I gotta ask some things. As you can see above me, somewhere about here I think it should be, there's a little image that says push subscribe. Now I hate using that one, but I want to try and freshen things up. So if anyone thinks that they can make a little picture that big related to what I do on YouTube, I will be glad to use it. You'll get a big credit thing in the goddamn, just in the, on my main page. You can also try for making a background or a little banner at the top of my normal YouTube page. All the dimensions that you'll need are down in the bottom if you choose to do it. I'll probably need an intro video. That's just if you want to do it. You know, if you don't do it, I don't particularly care, but you know, if you want to, it'll all get used eventually. But this one comes from somebody who doesn't want to be named, and they want to know why a first-person shooter is so popular, such as Halo, Call of Duty, and stuff like that. And I think that the simple answer is because they're very simple. They're very simple, and Facebook's going off. Fuck off! But they're very simple, and what do I mean by simple? Well, they're dumb fun. You know, Call of Duty, Halo, I mean, you just go around shooting people. They don't need an expansive single player, they don't need an expansive co-op. All they need is a real pretty decent multiplayer, and they'll be a success, because people think, or people believe, that running around shooting your friends and shooting other people is extremely fun, and it is that extremely fun. And it's just a shame that it's being exploited, and it will continue to be exploited until it ends up like Guitar Hero down in the dumpster somewhere. But that's pretty much why they're so popular, because people in general, I spat everywhere then, but people in general, they enjoy killing and killing each other. Can't you tell by what the Chinese do on a regular basis? But seriously, you know, I think it's simple. I think it would be simple to make, because you don't really need your main character, you don't really need, all it is, like all the first person shooter is, for those of you who don't know, if there are source images you can go and have a look at and all this kind of stuff. If your first person shooter model will have legs, there will be no body normally, there's no head, it's just a camera and arms. So it's really easy to make a main character. It's very easy, you know, to do a single player, because it's most of the same thing. Not that anyone particularly cares about single player, but you know, they're just generally fun to play. But it has to be done right, otherwise they're not fun at all, which we all know from multiple first-person shooter games. And I think that they've got such a strong following. If you've got such a strong following, you will be successful no matter what. And first-person shooters in general, such as from Counter-Strike to Wolfenstein to Doom to Call of Duty, have such a huge following, especially on PC, because you know, the mouse is so accurate, and it's pretty much built for first-person shooter games. If you think about it, I mean, you know, and third-person and shooter games in general. I personally hate using a mouse for that, because this is how I found it when I went through my stage of playing. I still play PC games, not as much as I used to. And we were playing Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, and from what I was doing, and I was watching other people play, is that on console you shoot someone. You have to shoot someone. That's what you're trying to do, is shoot someone. But what I noticed on the PC is that everyone tries to avoid everyone else's bullets and then try and shoot somebody second. So it's like dodging comes first and then shooting comes second, and it just doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it's just my style of play, or I could be completely off. But you know, that's how it seemed to me. So you know, first-person shooters in general, they're so successful and so overplayed because they're fun, and that's what's hot at the moment. And I'm sure in 5 years a different genre may be hot, or 10, 15 years. You know, like back in the days, platforming in the late 90s, early 2000s, platforming was everything. You know, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, Sonic, that stupid Gecko, and what's the other one? I'll get Crash Bandicoot. You know, those were the in thing, and before that it was Mario. But it was pretty much platforming for like 20 years. So maybe the first-person shooter reign might go for 20 years. You know, you don't know, but definitely I think they're easy. I think it's just what's hot. I think it's what's fun for people now. But I can definitely see a little bit of a drop-off in terms of the Call of Duty franchise, which seems to be the biggest one at the moment, and probably the biggest first-person shooter. It is the biggest first-person shooter game or series on the planet, and that can't be argued. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this has answered your question. If you have any other questions, put them on my homepage, comment, message, email. All you need is down there in the description bar. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Have a good one. Au revoir.